it's Chelsea. Real quick before the episode starts, I just want to point out that the audio for like the first 4 minutes is not the best, and you'll understand why once you get about 4 minutes in. And then after that, we are recording in a different space this week, so I wanted to do an episode in front of our fireplace. So it's super relaxing and nice. We got lots of fireplace sounds, but it's a different room and the acoustics are not the best in there. So I hope you enjoy this week. It's a lot of fun. It's a super chill time with our friend Johnny, basically just giving James and myself a break from the busyness of this month. So enjoy our little chat about Halloween memories.
What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
You're dead meat!
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, your horror safe haven. I just realized how echoey it is in here.
Yeah, Gothic Library.
The guy, 9 hours Gothic Library ASMR. I am Chelsea.
And I'm James, and we're engaged, and we like to get scared together.
Yeah, we're here with our friend Johnny.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I also like to get scared.
Yes,
Yeah.
Johnny likes to get scared.
Or scared. Is it Berchtold or Berchtold?
It's Berchtold.
Yeah, so Johnny is here for our, we're very tired episode.
I'm so tired.
This is our burnout episode. You're riding the burnout
for other
wave
reasons,
too,
but
right?
I'm
Yeah.
so tired.
My sleep schedule lately, let me tell you my sleep schedule lately.
Please.
I am up until usually around, if I'm asleep by 3, that's a good night. Okay.
Classic.
Yeah. Then, because I can't sleep in too much because there's work to be done, I gotta be up by 9, 10 if I want to sleep
sure.
in. But that's like after going to bed at like 4, you know? And then I have to take a nap around 4 or 5. There's always a point in the early evening where I'm like, all right, Chelsea, gonna go lie down. Did it today, and I'll sleep for an hour or 2, come down, and work all night.
Yeah.
Love that for you. I had to axe the naps because like I got into a nap schedule.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I can't sleep in the day of October. So like I fixed in a coffee break midday.
Sure.
But that just like screws me up later when I need to go to sleep. And so then I don't go to sleep because I'm just I'm so hopped up on caffeine. So yeah, I'm not really sleeping either.
No, the coffee is when I wake up. I need the coffee.
But see, now we're in like pumpkin coffee season, so like.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what all the weird noises in here are, like the echo and the crackling noise. Oh, Jesus.
I built a fire.
Yeah,
That's
we're
so
in our living room we got fireplace.
Call it what we call it.
The formal.
We do call it the formal.
Yeah,
The
but like, what else
formal.
do you call it?
Okay, when I walked in, I said this before. I feel like I'm in an ambiance video. It's like
Yeah.
it's
well,
like
it's the room where like there's not a TV in here. It's
No.
it's just the fireplace and there's a couch.
this
and
is if a murder mystery happened in this house, the meeting place would be here.
Exactly.
Yes.
This room.
This
Oh,
room, there's no
100%.
TV, there's a poker table.
Yeah, it's the same. We play poker in here.
There's a big
Yes.
coffee table for board games.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a great.
It's very
It's
much
really good, yeah.
like everyone put their phone away. We're just all gonna hang out together because there's no like
We're going to discuss who we think the killer is.
who we think did the murder.
Yes.
So yeah, I figured because we did a video at the Stanley Hotel a few years ago where we also were similarly just like fucking we didn't have time to do a podcast.
Mhm.
So we just set up shop in the hotel lobby in front of their fireplace and did a whole episode and had drinks, and so I wanted to recreate that vibe and have you with us.
And you're wearing the shining socks. So
Oh yeah, there you go. We could definitely do like an overall hotel themed something in here.
If you guys do not turn this into like a home haunt at one point, even if it's just for me, like if you
Just for
just
just
go to
for
haunted
now.
house through this and like scare me.
Well, when you pulled up, you saw the friends that I built outside.
Oh my god.
Can you name them?
Well, yes. So I saw Krampus.
Yeah.
I saw Sam. I
Yeah.
saw. Well, there's Chucky looking at me through the window.
Chucky's in the window, yeah.
There was the killer clown from outer space.
Yeah,
of
Shorty's
course,
there.
Shorty.
Mhm.
Did he have the boxing gloves?
He did.
He did. Okay.
Yeah, he comes with both hands.
Okay. Oh,
Good
good.
boxing gloves.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Classic. Who else is out there? Oh, I'll just say, if there was any doubt of where you lived, I mean, turning the corners.
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay. My favorite thing growing up, my dad and I would make homemade Halloween decorations, and that was like sort of what turned me into like the Halloween monster that I am. But like they would be, we do like the gravestones, and we do.
How'd you do gravestones? Because I kind of wanted to turn our yard into
I mean, the classic is like styrofoam. You would use styrofoam, right? But my dad loved like his woodcutter, and like we would make them out of wood.
Wow. Yeah, those probably last a lot longer.
And don't blow away.
Yes, correct. And they were sturdy. And we paint them.
I'm sorry. Is Johnny not mic'd up?
Oh my god.
Everything's fine. We're doing fine.
We're doing this show is so good. Yeah, so we realized Johnny didn't have
What do you mean? I've been mic'd this entire time.
I guess what? It'll be camera audio for that? I don't know.
It's fine, I'll figure it out.
She'll figure it out.
If you need me to come in and ADR my entire
conversation,
conversation,
just like watch the video and try to
And so my dad and I used to
run it back one more
do
time.
all of the decorations. Sorry.
Cheers!
Yep, thank you. Thank you. My garnish is in my drink.
Yes, it is.
We're doing great.
So before we started recording, we were talking about how, like as kids, I feel like the two of us especially were like maybe too scared to actually go to haunts, but we're kind of obsessed with haunts.
It was like a weird thing because like when I was a kid, video rental stores, they were still a thing. And so like, I don't know why my mom would let me rent the entire horror section, but there would be a few that would be like too scared. Like Chucky was one of them. I was so scared of Chucky.
Everyone's scared. Like he's fucking scary.
And he was after a little boy. I was a little boy, so I was like, no. I love Chucky now, of course, but it was the same thing with haunts. Like I was obsessed with like watching the Travel Channel specials about like the big famous haunts or like home haunts, and I remember. So my high school did a haunted walk every year, and my older sister, she was in it the one year, and I was young, and I like was too scared to go through it. Like
at the high school.
At the high school,
At the high school,
it's just like my sister's friends.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, you know what? Never do that again. You're gonna be a haunt lover. So then I became obsessed, and I started making them at my house, and I would, cause like we lived in the woods.
Where are you from?
New Jersey.
Okay. Ooh,
South
perfect.
Jersey. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The Jersey Devil's lurking around, so is Jason Voorhees. And I would dress my dad up as Jason. So like basically, we lived in the woods. We had like 5 acres of land, and all summer I would just like make these like pockets of scenes like through the pathway, and I would invite like all of my classes. And
how old were you when you were doing this?
No, I had to have been like 12, maybe.
Oh wow! Okay.
That's so
nice.
And I would they would hang out. I called it the haunted garage. So everyone would hang out in the garage, and I'd theme the garage, and there'd be like some horror movie playing on the TV, and we'd have the black light going on and everything. And then I would take them group by group, and I like wouldn't let anyone else be a tour guide. Like I had to be the tour because I had the narrative down. I had like I would weave the story in. And I would just like hire all of my family members, like my cousins and my aunts and uncles, and
hire, I'm sure.
Hire,
big old
right.
air quotes.
It was like everyone wanted to work at the haunted walk. We called it, no, I don't even know, haunted forest. I don't know, John's haunted forest. And I would take them, and I would be so elaborate in like the storytelling, and it was so fun. And even like our local firehouse would do like a little haunt, and every year October 1st I would like knock on the door of the firehouse and be like, hi, can I like be in the haunted walk?
Oh my god.
Because it was like,
would they let you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
every year.
Good.
And I thought like normally it would be all the volunteer firefighters.
Yeah.
But then there's like here's like this little kid who like just wants to like be they put a mask on me, and but it was like I think being in, I don't know what was so scary about them when I was a kid because I was so fascinated by them.
Yeah.
But like by being in them, I like had the power and I had the control. And also I liked storytelling and like the theming and the set deck of it all.
I'm so curious, like what, if you're like taking me on your tour, like
is anything flying down?
We had a few things that were like aerial.
Sure.
By a string, and like it'd be triggered by like my aunt or something. Wow. But I remember the one year the first stop was like the Ouija board seance, and it was like all outdoors. And that would sort of
That makes
set,
it safe.
Right.
If it's outdoors.
That would, spirits they can float out.
Yeah,
but
right.
that would be like the setup for the whole haunt because we would have like different scenes dedicated to different movies. But like to me, I don't want them all to be random. Like I want a story that would like weave the whole thing. And so we had this one section that was it looked like a big dried out lake. I don't know what it was, but there was a big tire in the middle of the lake or whatever. And so I would be like, this is where Camp Crystal Lake once was, but it dried up years ago. And Jason Voorhees, he killed all of the people. And we would have like a boat in the tire. And then the victims of like Jason Voorhees would come out, like stuff like that. And then you go to the mortuary where the bodies were found. And it was ridiculous. It was so silly, but I took it so seriously. And I think that was what was so fun about it because, I'd have like my little sister and, she'd be like the little ghost. I think we had I'm sure we had like a ring scene or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But
if you have a little sister,
you have absolutely. Oh, we used to make like little horror shorts all the time. And I just like force like my now fiance Casey to be in them. And she's like, I'm not an actress. I'm like, yes, you are. But my little sister, she was always the creepy little girl.
Perfect.
Because that's what they're there for.
Dude, my
Let's
little
go.
sister had like long dark hair, and we played a prank once.
Oh, yeah.
And we dressed her up like
you
Samara.
have to.
It's so easy.
You have to.
You
Yeah,
just put all the
absolutely.
hair in front. Yeah. Oh man, when I was in college, I feel like you'll relate to this because I've never worked in a haunt. I've always wanted to. I still want to. Like I want to at least have a day of being a
Yes.
haunt actor.
You can.
I know, right?
We should
You
be
guys
able
will
to
get
make
that.
We should be able to
happen.
have a video.
They're available, please.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you need
so
to have.
Yeah.
Knott's Universal, hit us
Hello.
up.
Yeah.
Let us do a day in the life of a scare
Hello.
actor.
I literally said that the other day. I was like, my goal is to get to a point where I can just call up a haunt and be like, hi, can I come play for a few hours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
'cause
you put
what
makeup on
filmmaker
me?
did
And
that?
I don't know. People do like
do
news
that.
outlets will
I want
do
to say
that.
like Eli Roth maybe.
Oh, yeah,
like, did
yes.
it, you know.
I feel like there's people where if it's like their movie got made into a maze.
Universal does it all the time.
It-
Oh, Casey,
yeah.
was she? I was out of town, but she went to Horror Nights at Universal and the Us maze, and Lupita was in the maze
Shut up.
that night, and she was like, "It was so crazy." Like the actress, because we had gone through whatever. She's like, the actress who's playing, that part, she looks so much like her. Turns
Holy
out
crap.
it really was because they did a whole video or whatever. And
Oh my god.
I was like, "What?"
What scene was she in?
It was the when she has the what's it called, like the cutout thing,
Yeah.
and she's like in the
Oh,
classroom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
that's
I know.
cool.
I know.
But yeah, when I was in college,
Like,
my
made up and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I was living on campus over the summer, so this is like June, and my roommate and I were both talking about how we've always wanted to work in a haunted house, and we were like, let's see if there's any local haunts that maybe would just hire us now, even though it's June. And so we called one, and the guy, I think it just must have been this guy's like home phone number.
Oh
and
my
we
God.
called,
Yeah,
we're
well,
like,
of course.
hi, we're interested in working at like whatever haunt. He's like, oh, wow, you guys are like really enthusiastic.
Okay, are you judging me right now? Because isn't this your business? Hello.
yeah.
He basically just very politely let us know that it was too early, but to check back in like September.
And he was like super, super local, like indie type of haunt. Because like those are the ones that like we would, in Jersey, you get the ones where you're turning down like some farm road and you're like, do I trust the people running this haunt?
Yeah.
Which
Michigan's
only makes it
not-
scarier.
Yeah.
And you're like, if I die, at least I'm getting my money's worth, I think. No, you have to work at a haunt. It's
I know, I
the
really
best.
want
You've been a scare actor?
I
in a haunt
have
before?
professionally.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
have.
say besides.
Oh yeah,
you know.
so yeah, tell us about your other
Well,
haunt, your
so-
professional haunt experience.
Yeah, the best years of my life. No, so I went to school in Philadelphia for a couple of years, and one of the Travel Channel specials was on that I watched as a kid was on Eastern State Penitentiary, which is this like massive. It's like a Gothic style castle, basically in the middle of Philadelphia, and like Al Capone stayed there, and like ghost hunters have gone there, and like have found spooky ghosts and stuff, and every haunt season they turn into this like massive haunted attraction called Terror Behind the Walls, and I was like, I need to work there. It looks so fun, or at least go there. And then when I moved there, I was like, well, of course I have to work here. And there's a whole audition process, and it's as weird as you think it would be.
Yeah, tell us, what is it like?
Well, I remember they would give you scenarios like, okay, you're like in the infirmary and you have just been experimented on and they just released you into the darkness or whatever, go. And you like get to create this character and like I'm on all fours and I'm like,
oh my God.
And I was like very gremlin-like in my audition, but I just remember I like broke out this monologue where I was like, they were like, okay, we're gonna give you a weapon, make up the weapon and like talk about it or whatever. And I had this like knife and I was like, if you come too close, this may end up in your abdomen. Like, and I was like super into it, of course. And I got hired, and it was the most fun experience because like I remember them telling us like, what other job will you be able to take out all of your anger and frustration on the customer?
Yeah, for sure.
And not that I was like an angry person, but like I was like, okay, like let's seize the day. And so you would have these, it would be so funny because you'd be working with like kindergarten teachers and like all of these people who like there were some like absolutely such strong personalities that they were just the coolest people. And before every night we would do this icebreaker. Not even an icebreaker, it was like a warm-up. And you'd like all stand in a circle and we would chant and stuff, but we would do this thing where we would like, the first person would have a weapon and they'd murder the person next to them, and then that person would have to take the weapon out of them and murder the person next to them. So we would just be like
it's
this
like
kill
passing
circle.
the energy ball.
Exactly.
Whatever,
It was the haunt version of that.
That's so funny.
And I just remember like, you would be in there and I mean, it's a workout, dude. Like it is so intense. Like I remember after that first night, I was so bruised and so broken, but you felt so accomplished because like you would get these like 5-minute breaks where you go back to the break room and the fridge would be stocked like with Monster energy drinks and you would just pound one back and be like, yo, I just made someone pee themselves. And I was like, yeah. But it was so fun. Someone passed out on me once.
Oh my God.
And that was like my first week of working there. And safety first, always. So there was like protocol, but like me being an actor, I didn't want to break character. So like, I was like, do you need medical attention? And she like didn't wake up. So I was like, okay, I think you need medical attention.
Hey.
Okay, like
Like it actually
no, literally.
knows.
I just remember the second year that I worked there, they implemented this like opt-in experience where like, if you wanted to, you could be painted with blood, an X on your cheek, and wear a glow necklace, and that would let the performers know we could touch you.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And so like I'd like grab people and like hide them in a closet and like have their friends like go, or like I'd put them in the dentist chair and like perform surgery on them, and like
my
it was
That's great.
it was really fun.
Yeah, I haven't
so
been to
fun.
any smaller scale because I feel like the big like Universal's never gonna let
Right.
you do that.
No.
And that's the thing is like, and even ours was like pretty. It was very professional, very like it'd been around and like had been covered by so many outlets and stuff. But like you will go to some of these smaller ones and they can get away with so much. And I'm not like, I don't know about you guys. Like I don't want to be drowned for fun.
Sure. Yeah,
I don't want to be force fed my own like vomit or whatever.
Like that's
not for me.
You know, it's kind of like the difference though, especially when you're talking about like you turn off onto a country road and you're like, who's running this thing? It's kind of like the difference between an amusement park and a carnival.
Oh yeah.
If I go to an amusement park, I'm gonna ride every fucking ride.
They're safe.
Yeah, they're great. They stand, they're built, they sit there, and you can look up if anyone's been killed. Carnival, they go town to town.
Oh, yes.
There's no records.
Absolutely, and that like adds to the fun and excitement of it all because you're like, I could die.
yeah.
And that's what makes it scary. So the same with those like, local haunts. So yeah, the thing about LA though is like you can get those like really good ones, but then you drive like an hour out and you'll find some,
There's plenty of local
some spooky
haunts
ones,
here.
yeah.
I feel bad that we've really only done Universal.
I mean,
We've got to
the season
expand
of
our-
haunts is our busiest season.
I know.
Right.
This is the last year that I'm gonna be
Like this
killing
busy,
myself
yeah.
doing this.
That's why we're doing the tired episode.
Yeah, this is the sleepy
With
episode.
the nice ambiance video setup.
Wait, so were you like the same character every time when you like, did the haunt, or
No. A really exciting part about working there was that like there was a team of 20 makeup artists and there was a cast of 200. Yeah,
Oh,
it
my
was
God.
way bigger
big
than I
deal.
was
It was
picturing.
big deal. And
Is it still ongoing? Do they
oh
still
yeah,
do it? Okay.
they've altered the event, so it is slightly different. But so basically, like you would be cast in a house. So like you'd go through the process. You go through scare school, which is like you learn like the techniques and like the safety.
was your
of-
Oh, I
Yeah.
want to learn like tech.
Oh, I nailed it all. I was
Yeah.
a star student.
Okay.
And so you would be assigned a different house, and so like my first year I was in the Night Watch, which has its own storyline and everything. But there was different like positions in the house that you were assigned to, and so like for example, like when I was in the infirmary house, I was often like a patient who was experimented on because I was like very small. I was always on the ground. I would have those like skid pads.
Ooh.
Oh, where you can like
Yes.
slide
Sliders?
around.
Yes,
and
the
stuff?
sliders and with the flint stick where you can like it's a thing, it sparks.
sparking?
And,
Yeah.
Cool.
But you could hop around in different positions. And so I was a doctor a few times, but like you could create the character. So I was always like, well, if I'm playing a doctor, but I look this small, like maybe I'm a patient who like got out and like took over and killed the doctor and took his uniform kind of thing. And you would get a different makeup artist every night. So they could put their own spin on what they wanted to do, depending on where you were. And so it was like a big collaborative experience that you could like create your own storyline. And like, so it was different every single night, which was
great.
like the coolest thing.
That's so cool.
It
I
was so
feel
fun.
like the equivalent of that house for like Metro Detroit would be Erebus, right? I feel like Erebus was the big one. Because the Erebus, I feel like was
I've always
on
wanted to go.
Travel Channel stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Erebus is the one where, and this is always a local rumor. I feel like this is a rumor in every city. I bet you have the equivalent of if you make it to the end, you get your money back.
Of course. If you
Yeah.
can make it through all 13 floors,
Yep.
you get your $200
That was always
back.
the rumor about Erebus. Is like
I love that. It's a good selling point.
Yeah,
You know? But yeah, that's like the urban legend.
Yeah,
across the
every
town.
city.
Well, how's that work then?
Right.
If you can make it, it's so scary that no one makes it.
No,
That's-
but clearly some people are gonna make
Right.
it.
But that's the point. Is if you hear that, you're like, well, enough people must not make it that they are able to do
But
this.
there are-
Therefore, it's very scary.
But there are enough people like me who are like, no, that's bullshit. Clearly, I
Right.
can make it to the end, and they'll go there and
Yeah.
intentionally.
Well, it was never like an official. Like, I don't think anyone ever actually like. I
It's
don't-
not like-
No. I don't think Erebus ever actually. But it
Okay.
was always the
No.
rumor that like. I
And
don't
that
know.
was the local hunt, so it got attached. The story
right,
got attached. to
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
people would just associate that
Oh,
with
yeah.
that, even if it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
true. No, that wasn't ever actually a thing.
That's not Erebus policy.
No.
Okay.
Do you think you guys could be like if you got one night to be a scare actor? Do you think you would nail it? Like, do you think you need to go through scare
Ooh.
school? Like,
I feel like.
I've got the energy.
oh yeah.
Normally,
you
I
have
know
to have
I'm
the
sitting
energy.
here with my hood on and just
Sure,
like,
you're spooky.
Yeah.
I showed up. I saw you through the window. I was like, do I turn around? I don't trust this.
I think I would do a good job. I think I would have a hard time like genuinely scaring people though, because the only like character stuff I've done that's crowd like that is like birthday parties for kids
sure, yeah.
or like I
But
did,
so you already have it. You got the entertainment. thing down.
yeah, and like I did character stuff for like DC as like a superhero
sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
But that's all like, and you go to character school for that too. But that's like
Yeah.
how to interact with mostly
Right.
kids.
And the thing about like what we were taught too is the scare and retreat, because like we would get punched in the face.
That's
We
what
would
I hear, is
we
it's
would
very
just get-
dangerous.
It's so we would have to go through school specifically so we don't get hurt. We would even get like bonuses by the end of the season if no one got hurt in your like section
Wow.
or whatever. But you'd have to like the scare and retreat, because like if you can scare them and be gone by the time they turn away or they turn around, then you won't get hurt because they're already swinging. And also, like if you stay too long, it takes the scariness away from it too. So like there's like different techniques and like so like would you want to be, because like we would have people in the street as well or like outside the haunt.
Sure.
That's
and
what
that's
I
like
would-
full, like everyone's watching you all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do. I think
I'm
that'd be
imagining
fun.
there's-
That's like a full entertainer, like,
So you have the
Yeah.
outdoor people like that.
or like you'd have a specific scare within the haunt where it's like, this is your thing, you hit this button and come out.
there are those where they pop out and then
Correct.
reset, and then there are
Correct.
also in the mazes and the haunts little scenes.
Oh, I do
yes.
like the
where you're
little
like
scenes.
acting something
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and maybe you'll like when someone gets too close, get in their face.
Sure.
But otherwise, you're doing your thing.
But you're
like
setting
it's
it-
Leatherface sewing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
So I feel like that might be the most fun, except there's not really
get to
any
be in the
downtime.
environment.
You have to be on the whole time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I always wonder how long those shifts are. How long are people doing those things,
Yeah.
and how do they get tagged out? you
True.
know?
Well, I do know how it works at Horror Nights, I believe, because I've gone
Okay.
so many times. But I think they go through. I don't know how long the shifts are. I think I've heard maybe like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay,
That
good.
sounds
There's
I was
two
worried
casts.
it'd be like hours.
No.
that-
So there's
that
two
sounds-
casts.
That's about how long character stuff
Yeah.
get done with. It's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, because I mean it is grueling, and
Yeah.
you see like when you go to Horror Nights, even the people in the streets, and I mean they're like
It must
all
be
over the place. It's a workout.
exhausting, yeah.
But I think the way they do it at Horror Nights is like the other cast member you'll quickly see two leather faces for a second, and then they'll like switch. But like at our haunt, we would have something called a floater, which is like their job is to break people or breakers. I think we call them breakers. They would break people. So like, hey Johnny, it's your they would like snap your bones in half.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Drag
it's your
you
turn for
away.
a break.
He's got the glows. He's wearing the glow
exactly.
stick.
Yeah.
Break
And
his
like,
neck. It's fine.
is this real blood or not? That's like if you got punched in the nose and you're like, am I actually bleeding?
Dude,
or
you
is
sound
this
like Randy Meeks in Scream in the beginning.
Literally.
too, like, is it true you put her
Is it
liver in a
your
mailbox?
Exactly. Yes, my liver is in the mailbox actually. I need a break. So there would be breakers and they'd be like, Johnny, we're gonna do a 5, and then they'd fill your spot. So they'd be like dressed in a generic like to fit the tone.
okay.
But like we never had two different casts.
They're like B Squad.
yeah, sort of, but
like
like
swing actors.
swing
where it's
actors,
like,
yeah.
Where it's like at first
And they can
glance
do
you'd be like,
anything.
oh, that sucks that you're like like you know, I don't know how to like phrase it. Like you're kind of like the backup to, but they have to know how to do everything.
No, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah,
is
it's insane.
the talent and the memorization. I don't know how they do
Yeah,
it.
like swing
Props to all the
actors,
swing
man.
actors.
Yeah.
But like there was no second cast. So we were on like from 6 to 2 a.m. every night.
Jesus.
I'm
damn.
telling you, like we would leave. I'd be walking home in the middle of like Philly, Center City, Philly. Like I should drop dead right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it just depends on like from haunt to haunt, but like some of those, especially the local haunts, like they have like a small cast and they're on it all night and they're doing it because they love it.
It's because they want to do it. Yeah.
And those people like get into. I'm telling you, when you are in full makeup and you are in the environment, you are someone else. You are like I'm in it, and you hold all the power.
I know.
Which is
I
a
wanna do it
crazy
so
feeling.
bad. It
You're
sounds so
like
fun.
everyone comes for you to like scare them. Like
Yeah.
what a weird like. I always say like, if aliens were watching us from like above, like what are these little humans
what the
doing?
fuck
What
is
are they
this?
doing?
Like, oh, they're just stimulating their like brain chemical.
Like,
Like it's just the
humans
most
are so weird.
primal like
Yeah.
brain chemical release ever. Just like getting scared. It's like the most animal
yeah.
thing ever.
Well, so like you guys have gone to Horror Nights this year.
yeah.
So if
Couple
you had to
times.
be in any of the houses,
Ooh.
who and what would you like? What house and who would you want to play?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, we
is
play this
good.
every year
Well,
at Horror
let's.
Nights.
Ooh, okay. Let's review what the
Yeah, and any
Halloween
audience
ones are.
members who haven't yet, the Horror Nights video came out today, so
Oh, it
they,
did?
They can watch that.
You can
Quick
see
little
me
14-minute
fall
recap.
over.
I don't. Oh yeah, in The
that in
Exorcist,
there?
I also get kind of Leatherface with the Franklin scare.
Oh,
I kind
that
of
got
over
yeah.
too.
This year, first time ever, a scare got me so bad my knees buckled. I
What
just fell
scare was-
over.
it was-
in the Exorcist maze. It was a random because I'm already very scared of Captain Howdy, like the
Oh,
face.
yeah,
that,
this is very-
and it was a
It's so
it was a
big.
Captain Howdy
Yes.
that like just got it was perfect timing. It was like right in my periphery, like that weird like dead zone where you just
Yeah.
when something shows up there, I just fell over.
The
it
house
was
is spooky though.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So there's Exorcist,
The
we got
Exorcist?
Texas Chainsaw, which is my favorite because obviously, like Texas Chainsaw is my favorite in general.
Yeah.
So many, like that house is so many leather faces.
And the smells.
Yeah, this
We
just
always,
smells like
Casey,
meat.
my fiance and I, we always say when we smell barbecue, they use scents a lot there at Horror Nights,
Mm-hmm.
and we're always like, I smell Texas Chainsaw. If we're like around barbecue or something, like it always smells like a turkey leg.
Yep, yeah, it does. It smells like turkey legs or
good.
something. It honestly might be like a similar scent that they use on Main Street in
Oh,
Disney to like,
for
it's like
sure.
turkey leg
yeah.
smell,
For
but
sure.
in the Horror Nights context. It's,
The Disney Leatherface crossover.
yeah. But yeah, just so many leather faces and they're all so
There's
cute.
Bride of
There's
Frankenstein.
Oh,
my
I
favorite.
mean, the bride would be so fun.
Also,
to be.
a lot of the comments told us that those movie posters outside, they're not fake movies. Those are just lesser known Universal
Really?
movies.
I thought a lot
with
of them
the
were fake.
She-Wolf of London.
Oh yes,
and Dracula's
afterwards, after you go
Daughter,
through the house,
scare
and there's like
zone, yeah.
yes, this,
Oh, well, then I
we
feel
thought that they were. I know. I
stupid.
feel real dumb too. Because we were
Way
in the
to go,
video
you
being
guys.
like, it's really cool. You come out and you see posters of like fake Universal movies
Ooh, they
starring
put you in
like
your place.
women versions of these
Yeah.
monsters. Just like this.
Well,
is
then
a
why
fake.
aren't they in the box set of the Universal monsters?
Exactly.
that
That's
we
true.
bought?
Yeah,
So
we have
that's
that
on
fancy ass
them.
box set Blu-ray.
Oh my
and
god,
those
were
aren't
people
in there.
calling us stupid?
They weren't calling us stupid, honey. They were just like, just
a little dumb.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were just like, I
no.
know, it's just a little dumb.
This is why I get really self-conscious if anyone ever is like, you guys know everything about horror. I'm like, no, we
Oh,
really
no.
don't. Because if I ever once I'm like, yeah, we're pretty good, we know a lot about horror, then like I do something like that and I'm
I think we talked
Stupid.
maybe at one of the last events we went to, maybe The Conjuring 3,
Yeah.
where like there are some movies we have not seen, and I like refuse to say what. And then I can't
Oh, no,
believe
let's
it's
do it.
No.
No, let's
We're
do it.
we're actually on the last thing where
Oh
we
yeah,
talked about
what houses do you want
what the house is. So we're
Obviously, I
actually
wanna
gonna go back to
be
that one,
like
that
a-
conversation. We're gonna
Obviously,
do that.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
That like she's such a girl boss this
Yeah.
year.
I
her
saw
maze.
such a beautiful moment my last weekend when I was at Horror Nights, when she finally resurrects Frankenstein, and he's on stilts in that maze.
Yeah.
And he comes out, and he held out his hand, and she grabbed it, and he kissed her hand.
Oh, it's so
And they had a moment, and I caught it on camera too. It
Oh
was
my gosh.
so beautiful. I wanted to cry. I was like, this is true love.
I love that.
I would maybe be that Nubbins outside the front of Texas
Ooh,
Chainsaw.
that's
He's
a
like,
good
one.
my family's always been in me.
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah,
That's
he's
fun. You just
good
gotta,
character
you really
actor.
got to lip sync the
Yeah,
audio
yeah.
track playing.
Or it'd be fun to be what's her face in Hill House with the red hair, where she just like is
Poppy.
walking around behind that like
Right?
Screen, yeah, Poppy.
the screen
Poppy.
in like a Poppy,
Uh-huh.
and just like a beautiful
Flappers
gown.
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
else is there?
Because there was Haunting of Hill House, Pandora's Box. is
I love Pandora's
real cool
Box.
all
So
around.
do we.
Yeah.
It
I'm
is
obsessed with Pandora's
the most
Box.
chaotic house.
It's just so colorful.
Like,
It's so colorful.
Like there's spiders. There's a guy made out of
It's-
rocks.
I'm like,
there's-
this is like, the vibes in there are so chaotic. It's so loud.
Yeah.
And like, it's genuinely scary.
It is. Yeah, it gets me. Yeah.
People, I mean, people have their thoughts on that house.
No, it's good.
But just because it's not based off of
IP,
a movie,
yeah.
like, doesn't mean.
It's just yeah, it is. It is chaotic. It's
also-
a blacklight poster. Like
No,
that's,
truly, that's come to life.
Yeah.
It'd also be dope to be in the Purge tram area.
Oh, sure.
'Cause you're outside.
Oh
Sure.
You
yeah.
just get
Oh
to
my
kinda
God.
walk
There's
around the crashed plane set.
Yeah.
That's
There's
fun.
a scare actress in that maze that has such a cute little outfit, and the 2 times we've gone through it, I'm like, damn, I want
I want that.
that.
The
She's
ghillie
got like
suit
it's like
dudes,
it's
too.
when you
Classic.
first get to the psycho the motel,
Oh, yeah.
and she's got like a little like red and blue like cute little outfit.
Oh, yeah.
on.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like
yes.
an America.
I know you're talking about. It's like yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the Statue of Liberty lady on stilts.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's pretty
Classic.
cool. There's
They've
a lot
had
of
her
good
every
options.
time.
Uncle
this
Sam
year.
also
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
always
What
fun.
other houses?
There's
are
Michael
there?
Myers. Halloween 4.
Oh, Halloween 4.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not old enough to be Loomis.
I was gonna say I'm
No.
not small enough to play the child.
Oh,
I think these
right.
are all animatronics, right?
It's all like Michael's, and it's all...
There is the one-
No, there's the scene on the stairs. Is a real
Oh,
person.
with
That's a real
Danielle Harris
Danielle?
as a.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
it is a
it's-
real one.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she went through the house. I think
She
I
did.
saw.
I
that
just
she
saw her
posted.
Yeah.
Instagram post.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's a dream of mine. Is to be in a movie that becomes a house, a Halloween Horror Nights.
Right,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
I've gotten a little. We both have gotten a little close this year
Ooh,
with
yeah.
the Crypt TV Zone
I know.
at Universal Orlando.
Which I didn't get to see, but yeah, maybe
I did, I
our
went.
characters weren't running around.
No, so I went and I
Did you
I got
kiss
to see
in
the
the
look.
Crypt TV scare zone?
Of course we did. Casey and I did. We had to do the kiss
Yeah.
in the Crypt. We gotta support, But like this is the closest that it's ever been. So of course we had to go see our favorite, the Look-See, and he was there with a severed
boy.
head, or they were there with a severed head, and I was pretending that was my severed head.
Yeah.
Your severed head.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else is at Hollywood this year. Because there's Halloween.
Yeah, they don't have as
and
many houses this year.
It was only 7 plus,
Walking Dead.
Oh, then
and Walking Dead counts as one of them.
the fucking Walking Dead.
Fucking Walking Dead, dude.
Can't escape it.
It's crazy they have a haunted house that just goes all year.
Which I love. They always have. There was a classic Universal monster house that they had.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first moved to LA, they had that for a few years, and they got rid of it and replaced it with.
I think Walking Dead replaced it. Or no?
Yeah. Actually, I think they replaced it with a bunch of stores.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And then they built The Walking Dead, and now that's like on its way out. But
Is it?
it is, yeah.
Well, is the show on its way out?
No. Well, yes, but they have like 4 spin-offs in the works
Well,
right
I know
now.
they have
so-
Fear of Walking Dead.
But
That's
then they
been
have The World
going.
Beyond, and now they have an anthology series that's about to come out,
Oh my god.
or that's in pre-pro.
That's
People don't know how to stop things anymore.
no.
You know, like I'm just waiting.
There's money to be made, my
Dude,
friend.
Yeah.
It must be so cool to be like a studio suit.
Like
Just be like more of that thing.
Yeah,
Done.
rubber
I'm
stamp.
going home.
this makes us money.
Yeah, just-
Yes.
Just do more of that, please.
I mean, I am all for year-round haunts.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. But yeah, that one we do skip it every
How-
year because like you can do that in the daytime.
Yeah.
We would not have done it, but we did the RIP tour for the
Oh,
first
so
time
they
ever.
do that.
and
Oh
so they let
yeah,
us through
they were like,
it.
go on in there. I'm like,
How was the RIP
okay.
tour?
Yes,
It was
dear.
fine.
Time for your Walking Dead maze. Yes, dear.
Our tour guide was really cool.
Our tour
Nikki.
guide was great.
Yeah, she was awesome. She like knew horror.
But
Yeah.
for how much more expensive it is to do that versus like the express pass where you just get to
Yeah.
go to the front.
Express pass all the way. I mean, the
If you're
RIP
going one night, definitely, absolutely.
Yeah, well, the RIP tour, I believe it's unlimited express.
Oh, so you just get to go.
Because what? There's regular line, express line, and then some of them
then-
also have an RIP line.
Some of them have an RIP.
So the
Yeah.
RIP
Oh, okay.
tour, you get one go in the RIP line, and then after that, limitless express line, which is basically walking up to the front of the maze anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then there was like the little VIP area you could go with a buffet and a bar with drinks
right.
you have to pay
Little
for.
photo ops and things.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
that the
there is
photo
a
op
very
was
cool
very
photo op.
good.
Yeah,
I've
because
seen a video. I think it's with Michael.
Yeah.
it's Michael. So
Okay.
you go in there and there's a couch with a corpse on it and a Michael standing
Love it.
there. And you go in there and they're like, okay,
Don't touch them,
either of
they're
these.
fragile.
They're very fragile props, so you can get close, but
feels
don't
like a
touch them.
setup.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you
but
sit down.
none of us suspected anything.
No,
I think
we
because
bought
the
into
dummy
it.
on the couch looks so
So-
fake.
Yeah. So we
that
sit down
it-
and they're like taking some pictures. They're like, all right, do a happy one, and now do one where you look like you're gonna be afraid. Okay, all right,
You
3,
look like-
2, 1, and then
No, it's
I'm-
like you look like you're getting attacked by Michael, and we're like,
Yeah.
okay,
and it's like 3, 2, 1, and on 1, lights flash, Michael moves, and this whole
Scared
time
the
he's been standing
shit
there
out of
completely
us.
still. It was
like
awesome.
genuine
I love it.
scare.
It was the biggest
yeah.
scare. of
That's
the
It
night.
good.
really
That's
got
good.
us.
And we
yeah.
were the first ones to do it in our group. Like we got there.
So we didn't see anyone
we didn't
do
hear
it.
or
It
see
genuinely
anyone else
caught
doing
all
it.
of us
It was
so.
awesome.
Is
That's-
that in the video?
It's not.
Oh,
No one
damn.
got
I'm
to
sure
see
that would have been a great boomerang. You know, like
Yeah.
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 Dude, I'm still thinking about how mad I am at myself for thinking those movies weren't real.
I said Kelly Rowland and got reamed in the
How
comments.
could you? Have you ever seen Freddy versus Jason?
That's
my
what I
God. I know
mispronounced it.
exactly disrespectful.
I
It
thought it
looks
was
like it's
Rowland, too.
Rowland. Or
Same with like J.K. Because then I was like, oh, like J.K. Rowling, and then you were like, wait, it's Rowling. Like it just, yeah. I didn't know it was Kelly Rowland though.
That's
No,
why.
no, it's
Or
Kelly
Roland, yeah.
Roland is how you're supposed to
No.
say it. I'm sorry, we can't know everything.
And look, well, you're expected to. Hello, this is.
We certainly are.
We
That's why I
definitely
stopped
are.
sharing my opinion on things and talking about
Speaking of
things.
which, what are your blind spot movies?
Nope. No, I'm sorry. Oh, my mom's calling. I gotta go. Sorry, I gotta go.
Shit, I was gonna ask another question. I forgot.
I've
I
seen
got
most
so
of it.
sidetracked.
No, that's not true.
What?
It's so horrible that I have not seen this movie.
I'll throw mine out there. The Crow. I haven't seen The Crow.
Oh, I haven't seen
I
The
haven't
Crow
seen that one either.
Yeah.
It's Rosemary's Baby. I haven't seen.
Okay. I hadn't
Okay.
seen it until a few years ago.
And I feel like that's like it's like a classic. And you got to see. But see, like I know about Rosemary's Baby. I've seen the scenes that I would need to see. I shouldn't have done that, but I have. But like, I don't know why I've never seen it. I should go home and watch it.
It's a weird one. I feel like I avoided it for years because I was just like, I just know it's a Roman Polanski, right? And I'm like, it's a hard mental barrier
also that, too.
also.
Yeah.
But I watched it a few years ago and was like, fuck, I really loved it.
It's a feminist movie.
There's
a
a
very
reason it's a classic.
Good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's a really big blind spot for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of maybe some that I've watched that you weren't able to watch with me.
Because I feel like up till recently, it was like all those Friday movies. Besides
Yeah,
the
you
first
finally
one,
Oh,
watched
I
sure.
finally watched
But like
them
that
all.
takes you a while to get through this because like that was me with the Nightmare franchise.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Like I had seen them all sort of for a long time, but then like you have to like sit down and
Yeah.
yeah.
process
Tend to
them all.
this fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like I don't know, the Friday franchise is like that's all over the place.
It's
so many
and
of
there's
them.
it
And the
just-
first four
it
are
all's
the
the
fucking
same
Literally.
movie. At least like the first few, it's like this is just the same.
And then
thing
you get
over and
into
over again.
like, I mean, props to them for going to space, you know?
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that one.
Chelsea hated it.
hated
And she brought down my enjoyment of it, but then I re-went over it by myself.
It's
I was
just
like,
like-
no, it's not that
You
bad.
can't. I just like you have to
Sorry.
accept that going into Jason Voorhees Goes to Space,
Yeah.
it's going to be bad.
I know,
Well, it's
but
not
that's
even
the
the
thing
premise,
is it's
it's-
not like I wish it was like worse than
Maybe I
it
have to
was
re-
almost. Because I think it's the dialogue.
It's the dialogue.
The
I mean,
dialogue
they're-
is
I
like
mean-
we
Oh, sure.
are like Joss Whedon is just
Oh, yeah.
becoming a thing around the exact same time, and the
Yeah.
screenwriter must have really liked Joss Whedon because it's got so many like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example of like what's a little Whedonism like
Now what? Now we die.
yeah.
Or like, he's been upgraded. You think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So
shit
that
like
just
that, yeah.
happened.
But,
But
like-
stuff.
I'll be back on my feet in no time. When I have feet.
Oh my god! But see, like I go into that movie knowing I'm not gonna get Oscar-worthy dialogue,
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
I'm pretty good at like not setting expectations, or setting an expectation of like just embrace it for what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's why I think we love *Malignant*,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
like a lot of people. I know I have friends who have seen it who maybe aren't into horror or like know of like James Wan and like his like style or whatever.
If you're
and like,
thinking it's a Conjuring movie.
right,
You're
you're,
gonna be
wrong.
disappointed,
You are
yeah.
very wrong. And so like you go in and I know that he's said in interviews, which that's not required knowledge to know that like he made it for the horror fans and all that. But like I know I'm gonna get something wacky here, so like let's embrace it and like have a good time.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
got that.
I know. I was shocked by how many people I feel like misunderstood what was going on. With
Just
that
like
movie.
how can you? I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just so like
It's just,
Well, it's a very, and we talked about this in the podcast before, but it's just a very specific, almost, it's not a parody, but it's a
Yeah.
very specific style that it's emulating that you just kind of have to be familiar with. And it's this like,
Yeah.
just weird, campy horror movie.
yeah.
yeah. I have a question. I want to start like a real fucking debate here.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go. We're getting into
Oh,
like
God.
the last
No.
half of the podcast.
Let's see.
Oh, no.
How do you feel about candy corn?
You know, I have a pack of candy corn sitting on my table. I almost brought that for you as well, and I just forgot everything.
No.
I loved candy corn.
Ooh, okay.
It was like my favorite, and I even loved the little pumpkins.
Yeah.
I loved the different flavors. Yes,
They have the candy corn pumpkins.
they have like the
Are you
candy corn
they're like little
material.
Pumpcorn.
Okay.
Pumpcorn.
Cumcorn?
I don't want the cum
I
corn.
said pumpcorn.
Pumcorn
I need to be prepped on the cum corn, but the pump corn. I like that phrase. We can do
They're
that.
candy, yeah, like candy corn pumpkins.
It's like that material.
Material.
Basically,
That
it
is
basically
what it
is.
is.
It's like
Candy corn
not
mat-
real.
Honestly,
food.
it might as well be material.
But I
It's
had
not
I
food.
can't really eat it anymore. It just really hurts my teeth, I think.
Oh,
It's just
But
because
it's
it's
so
pure.
soft.
No,
But no, the sugar.
It's just
Oh.
pure
There's
sugar.
certain
Yeah,
things where
it's just
too
sugar wax.
It is.
I
and
love
I
candy corn.
love it.
I love it.
I love the different, and they have the different flavors, and like they get creative with them, and it's just to me like I love that. It just reminds me of watching like Halloween Town as a kid, and like
Yeah.
eating candy corn.
Dude, you know what we should have done? I'm pissed I didn't think of this until now. Have you seen that like new? It's like this flavored bag of candy corn where it's like Thanksgiving
Oh
dinner.
yes, I want to try it. I've been trying to find it for 2 years now.
Oh my god, have you seen this?
No.
It's candy corn where it has.
It's like a whole meal.
Hold on,
It's a whole meal. There's like
Oh,
turkey.
yeah.
There's like the good cranberry sauce. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
like potato
stuffing,
flavor. Yeah, like it's
green beans.
Yes,
like,
and each candy corn is like a
It sounds disgusting.
It does.
And I need to try it.
And I
literally
really
almost just
want
gagged.
it.
But see,
to
I'm a big
try
fan
it.
of like the crazy Lay's flavors that they do every year, where it's like
Okay.
a contest and they have like
Mm-hmm.
insane flavors.
Oh, yeah,
I
what are
love
some of the weird
Oh,
ones?
they've had chicken waffles. Love that one.
Oh yeah.
They had a latte flavor one time.
Ugh.
No, not good.
It's gross.
But they do like crazy flavors like that, and they've had like lemon chicken and like savory things. And so like I feel like it's the same thing with the
Yeah.
candy corn.
But chips,
But chips
can be
can be
savory.
yeah.
Right.
They're not synthetic wax.
Correct. Sure. But see, like I was always the one in every holiday liking the controversial, like Easter, Peeps.
Oh my god, I bet we had the
I
exact same taste in candy.
Loved Peeps, so my sisters
Do you like them when they're a little bit stale?
Yes,
Yes!
of course.
Oh my god, Johnny, I
You
feel
just
like you're
you
the
just rip open the package,
Yes,
just a little
thank
store.
I
I'm just like-
literally had this exact
I'm just
conversation
saying.
on, I don't know if it was a podcast or what, but I've gotten so much shit from people over the years for being like, I like cut the package open and leave it on top of the fridge.
Yes, I was raised that way. Sorry, but I was.
Do you like, okay, I feel like
Oh,
we are gonna have the same taste in like trash candy, and I'm so
Oh, yeah.
happy. Do you like banana Laffy Taffy?
Yes.
Oh my
And that's the
God.
thing is like I'm not a chocolate person, or I never was growing up, and so like my like candy choices were always like the Coca-Cola gummies or like
Oh, yeah.
things like that.
Ooh, you know what? I
They're
can
good.
get behind Coca-Cola.
They're good.
Those are
gummies.
good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Here's the ultimate. If you are on the same page as me with this candy, I'll have finally found like a kindred spirit, and I'll lose
Let's
my
see.
mind. How do you feel about Good and Plenty's?
No, you lost me.
Fuck!
You lost
you
me.
I think
stepped
I'm
too
the
far.
only person on the planet who likes Good and
Are
Plenty's.
you 70 years old?
That's me.
Wait, remind me,
not
what's
to-
the
not to-
difference between Mike and Ike's and
Okay,
Good
Mike and
Plenty's?
Ike's are multicolored and they're fruit flavored.
Yes.
Good and Plenty's are pink and white and it's black licorice.
It's black licorice inside there.
Yeah.
It's a sham.
It's so good.
I didn't know that as a kid.
I'm still shocked that they even have those at movie theaters still.
Yeah. Not to bash on Good and Plenty's. If you like them, you're not
so
70 years
good.
old. But
But like, oh, I love them. More
You
for
lost me
me.
there.
More Good and
More of
Plenty's
you-
for me.
But like I haven't had candy corn in a minute.
Dude, I was about to say like I
have it
haven't
at my
had
house right
any
now.
this year yet. I had like a little bit. 'Cause
Oh, someone
it
sent
was-
Shudder sent
we
something
got like
for
a
us?
little Halloween. It was like a little October care package
love
from
that.
Shudder, and there was a little thing of candy corn. But I need more candy corn.
You got to get the good brand, like Brock's. It's like the
Yeah.
or Brax is the
There are
brand you
different
need.
brands of candy
Well,
corn?
because you
Yeah.
will get the super waxy ones that are like very fake.
It's kind of like how there's like Crayola crayons, which are really nice
Yeah,
to color
correct.
with, and there's the fucking like rose art ones.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
fucking
yeah. Oh, yes,
for
suck
sure.
ass.
Rose art.
Perfect.
Yeah, like
Analogy
you don't
there.
want the rose art equivalent of candy corn.
No, yes. Ew.
It just sucks.
Ew. Yes, exactly. So but okay, now what are your favorite like Halloween drinks? Like are you a
Ooh.
cider person? Like what is the other ones?
I do like cider.
I do like cider, like
just regular.
yeah, like just like
hot
just
apple
straight
cider,
up.
I
yeah,
guess,
hot apple
would
cider.
be the
yeah,
Like just
yeah,
regular
that's great.
cider.
I feel like I haven't had it in years, but it's real good.
I like. I mean, I like pumpkin flavored anything.
Yeah, how's
Right,
that
so the
drink?
pumpkin
Food,
flavored.
drinks, like
Can I try your
all of it.
beer? The
Yeah.
pumpkin
That's the night owl. Yeah,
Ale?
that's the good one.
yeah, pumpkin ale.
night owl from Elysian. There's a little owl on it. That's fun. That's got like levels to it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
In college, my friends and I
very
can't
good.
even
Pumpkin
I can't
cookie.
do this anymore. I can't like thinking about drinking this now makes me want to die a little bit because it's too much. But we would make hot buttered rum, which is just it's kind of what it sounds like. It's basically
do you
just
make that?
rum with like a ton of sugar and shit in it.
Yeah.
I forget. I have to look up how to actually
It's
make
making
it.
me think of butterbeer.
It tastes
Right.
it. That's basically like what it ends up tasting
Which
like.
is
except
do you
super.
use butter in that at all? Because
I don't think so.
I remember
I think you use like vanilla and I forget what
Oh,
else.
sure.
I don't really remember.
Cream?
Cream,
I don't
yeah,
know.
like cream
I
soda.
one time tried to make butterbeer at home, and I
Did
actually
you use
Did
butter,
you melt
like
butter
butter
in a
and
thing
beer?
of beer?
like a whole stick of butter.
Oh,
I was
the
a
fuck,
child.
man.
And it ruined.
Wait,
I'm
if
about
you
to
were
cry.
a child, what'd you put the butter in? Actual beer?
It was like no, it was like
root beer?
cream soda.
Dude, I just
Cream
Oh,
soda.
imagining
Jesus,
the
dude.
shits
I'm
that
about
would
to
do.
cry. the feeling I had,
You're on the toilet
I took
the
maybe
rest
3
of your
sips,
life.
and I was ruined for the rest of the day. I mean, maybe week. I think.
Oh my
Why
God.
did I think that was correct? Why did I do that? I went to Universal when I was a kid, and I went to the Harry Potter. I drank the actual butterbeer, and I was like, I need to recreate it.
Yeah.
I did not do well.
Oh my God.
But I will say the cocktail I've been making this Halloween season. Mm-hmm. You do a shot of whiskey and a shot of pumpkin cream liqueur from Trader Joe's, and then apple cider.
Oh, that sounds good.
Shake that up with some ice. Pour it over some bone-shaped ice because you have a bone ice tray in your fridge and or freezer, and then a little cinnamon on top.
Ooh.
And it is so good.
That sounds very
What do you call that?
We haven't come up with a name yet.
Oh.
Ooh.
So if you can think of one.
Yeah, come up with a name.
We're trying to think of because it's
I feel
got
like I
apple,
have
it's
to
got
taste
pumpkin,
it to
yeah,
properly name it.
Pumpcorn.
It's the pumpcorn. It's the pumpcorn cocktail. I think I've had a candy corn cocktail one time.
Ooh.
It'd
Like,
just be like sweet.
yeah. Is it like,
I don't like sweet
imagining
things
like,
actually. So
I'm just imagining like how like you would make Skittles drinks
Ew.
in
Oh,
college.
yeah,
Where
those
you like
never worked
soak
out.
them and stuff
For like
overnight.
a day,
Bleh.
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
It'd be cool with the candy corn one if they could find a way to do the suspension.
And I think
liquids
that's
to
what
have
that
Oh,
was.
Okay.
And then it'd be like some cream, something on top, and then like I don't know.
You ever have
mysterious
a
chemicals.
flaming Dr. Pepper where it's supposed to taste like Dr. Pepper?
No.
It's that was how I
I've
was
had
introduced to
that before.
151 because that's a component. You light that on fire, drop it into a mix, and drink
Okay.
it. And it's supposed to taste like
And it
Dr.
tastes like, and
Pepper.
it doesn't taste like
It doesn't.
alcohol.
No.
No.
But it's
Tastes like-
strong.
Like bad
Yeah.
decisions. And
That'll
we used to
fuck you up.
when I was discovering alcohol, we used to do there was like a Mountain Dew flavored alcohol. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it was, but we'd mix that with Mountain Dew, and then you just taste like you're drinking Mountain Dew.
Yep.
We would
terrible.
call it, we would mix Mountain Dew and vodka and call it the Magic Sword.
Oh my God.
That's not a cocktail. That's
it is.
nothing. But we would
not-
say we're
well,
gonna
I
fuck
mean-
the dragon with the magic sword.
And I love that.
Orange juice and vodka is a screwdriver. Like
That's true.
So like, why can't you?
Yeah.
just-
yeah. If orange juice and vodka can be a screwdriver, then Mountain Dew
Yeah.
and vodka can be the
100%.
magic sword.
What was
I don't see why not.
was it 99 bananas?
Yes, which was one of the first
Oh.
things I ever got jacked off of and murdered me. Because that's
Is that the what is that? Is that the?
I
it's
forget.
99 proof, so it's
Yeah.
strong
Oh,
as
yeah, so it's
shit.
crazy.
But it
shit.
just tastes like bananas.
And it tastes
It's like
ban-
whiskey. Is it whiskey? Like
I
banana
forget
whiskey?
No, it's
what
gotta
it
be a rum,
is.
right?
Yeah.
I
okay.
forget what it is.
It's got to
dude.
be a rum if it's.
I haven't
fucking
thought about that
banana flavored.
since 2008.
Ugh, just
I think I
thinking
went
about
to a
this.
bar recently where they had an alcohol that was 170 proof.
What?
How?
How? That because 151 already tastes like lighter fluid.
Oh, that's what I would assume, that it's like drinking gasoline.
Yeah.
It's just rubbing.
It's just like
alcohol.
it's just
Oh my God, the animatronics
scalds
are going
your throat.
nuts.
Are they going crazy out there?
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, I see
animatronics are
Shorty
going.
fucking
They're
dancing.
They're
performing.
dancing.
I know. I gotta do a TikTok where I'm dancing with
Oh,
each
yeah.
of them.
Wait,
Absolutely.
okay. What's your favorite like Halloween candy? Like besides candy corn, like if you're going trick
Yeah.
or treating, what are you the
Sure.
most pumped to find?
I was always excited to. First of all, I loved when houses did the little baggies,
Oh
the
yeah,
little themed baggies of like you know. It'd be
I always
like a sleeve
appreciate that.
with like a few candies inside. But I loved the little Twizzlers,
like
Oh, okay.
Twizzlers, too.
and I liked the. It's always the sour and gummy was like always like my favorite. So like whatever those ones would be, but like I always wanted like Twizzlers and like I always gave away my Reese's. I did not like them.
Oh.
I've learned to appreciate them
I
now,
like Reese's,
but like
yeah.
I'm
Gave away all my
pretty
chocolate.
in on Reese's too. It's too much of one texture. I think that's what freaks me out about it. Is they're
Yeah.
like just really mushy.
I just wasn't big on chocolate. So like
I don't like chocolate, but I like the peanut butter. So
well, see
don't
now I love
dislike
peanut butter.
chocolate,
So like now I'll do a Reese's, but
I
like
like, you know what just sprung into my mind? Gobstoppers. I really like.
oh
those.
yes, like
Yeah.
stuff like that, like the Wonka.
Yeah,
you know,
the
like Wonka
Yeah.
Oh,
brand because they came
yeah.
out with
nerds.
candy.
I really like
Oh,
nerds.
yeah, nerds are
Love a
good.
nerd.
I was into Nerds Rope for a minute.
Me too.
But
Me too.
just I had a Nerds
Oh,
Rope
the-
thing.
I know the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
The cherry
those
and
we
are
were
vanilla.
kinda
talking
weird.
about those.
Cherry
Those
vanilla.
are kind of
Yes,
weird.
the vanilla one. Yes.
No, they're so good.
Thank you.
There's like a blue one. Oh,
That's
the
the
Blue
vanilla.
one's the
Yeah,
vanilla,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
See, I feel like we are on the same page for everything
I think so.
except
Was
Good
it like
and Plenty.
orange?
There was an orange one.
They
Orange.
all are good except there's one that I don't like.
The
I
yellow
feel
one
like.
or the green. I didn't like those.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a
what's
lemon
the
and lime.
green? Okay.
which I wasn't a fan of. I don't like lemon and lime flavored things, but I love lemon and lime.
Oh, I love Skittles before they fucking do the green apple bullshit.
Well, now
Oh,
they're
controversy.
do they still have those bags where it's like all lime or
Like
whatever?
one flavor.
I don't want it to be all lime. I just don't want
You
green
just
apple.
want
Well, you need to
occasional.
buy a bag and then you pick
want the
out
option.
the old.
That's absurd. That's absurd.
That's all we
a lot
have
of
an
work.
assistant.
It's a lot of So that's what you make them do. Wow.
Pick
Oh,
out-
while Sam is just singing outside.
Here's your customized. They're crying. Here's your customized Skittles bag.
Oh my god.
And Sam is haunting in the back.
We are monsters, yeah.
No, yeah, it was always like Twizzlers were like my favorite, and those ones.
I do. I love Twizzlers. So fucking good.
What are you guys being for Halloween? Is that revealed? Do you know?
I mean,
I think we've just said it.
I'm being the main character from *Malignant*.
Correct.
And then
I
I'm
knew
just
that.
gonna be Dwayne from Basket Case as a companion role for her.
Sure.
And it's really just a plaid shirt.
A
and
couple's
I'll have
costume.
Belial.
Love
Yeah.
it. Amazing.
I'm sorry, hon. I
Yeah.
wish that I could match your.
I wish I had time to make you.
could be
That's the thing is like if I had more
I
time.
barely had time to put mine
If you come
together.
up with an explanation for it, then it's fine.
I do want. It's too late now, and I don't think we're doing enough events to have another costume. But I do maybe next year. Me as Deputy Dewey and you in
Yes,
Gail's
I want to be
green
Gail in like the
dress,
lime green.
like the
Well,
highlighter.
surprise,
color.
surprise.
Oh, is that what
That's
you're doing
what
this
Casey and I are doing this year.
This year?
Yes.
Oh
We are.
shit.
Well, because we've done, and you guys have done Scream before.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. You
Yeah,
did Billy
we're
and Stu,
Billy and
right?
Stu, yeah.
And we have done Billy and Sydney, and we have done Casey and Ghostface.
Great.
So we need to like round out the cast, the core cast, and so Dewey and Gail. But I think we're doing Gail in the third act. So like,
Okay, yeah.
So she's in. What is she in?
She's
like
like-
it's like a black coat?
yeah, it's like a coat thing. I'm gonna have a knife in my bag,
Sure.
but she'll have the reporter mic.
Yeah.
So we just got the things, and I'm gonna like make the thing,
Oh
whatever.
my god.
Great.
That's
like-
so fun.
She bought the wig.
Yes.
You know, Courtney Cox and her hair in those movies.
Those
Yeah, get those
every movie
highlights.
Classic.
a different disaster. For her.
Classic.
Yeah, the first movie's like the highlights. I noticed this time.
Watch us do it, and then take everything that we did wrong. That's
Okay.
wrong with it, and don't do that. We'll be your little guinea pig.
I could
and
do a
then-
great Dewey.
I want to do like the lime
You guys would
green.
be amazing as that. Me,
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying to find a mustache.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
grow
how good is your mustache?
It's
game?
not
'Cause my
great.
beard isn't great, but my
I think we
mustache.
You already
literally
could. You
have-
could nail it.
Yeah.
I think we
and-
literally have like costume mustaches.
I think we do, bro.
I don't know if any would work.
We bought something. We'll see if it works. But yeah, I can't really grow.
Oh, yeah?
I look unclean when I try to grow something out. So we're gonna.
You know, it's not something you could do. Do you have a cat?
No.
Then consider topical Rogaine.
Sure.
I've heard that works. It's
Okay.
just that is super lethal to cats.
Oh yeah, it's like
Okay.
So I
So
can't-
good. I can try it. I don't have a
That
cat.
would be a long-term thing. That's not going to
Right.
come in time for Halloween.
That'll be like a year in the making
Yes,
Halloween
yeah.
costume. Right.
Yeah.
There's some couples costumes that have been in years in the making that we just haven't pulled the trigger on.
we have
'cause
a
it-
whole list of costumes.
Oh,
No,
I'm
we
sure you guys
don't is
do.
the problem. Throughout the year, we're always like, that'd be
That'd
a
be
great couples
cool, and
costume.
we
And now I
forget.
can't remember any of them.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
we need, next time we say that, we need to, I have my Evernote
true,
app.
yeah.
The one that's been at the top of our list has been Carrie and Tommy at prom.
Yeah.
But
Like the blue
the blue
suit, yeah.
tux is expensive to find
Yeah.
because like, and I have found it at one point, but it was like $600, and I'm like, oh,
Have you tried finding just a Dumb and Dumber costume and not wearing the hat?
no, I have not thought of that.
There you
Chelsea.
go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Nice.
just get the I forget who wears the blue. I think it's
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels, right?
Wow.
I'm not
That
sure.
is.
That's a blue. There's
And
your
that's the
cheap
crazy
blue
thing
suit.
about because like we were at the Halloween store. We try not to buy costumes.
Yeah.
We try to like make them from scratch if we
Yeah.
can find. And I need a deputy shirt.
Yeah.
And they don't sell like deputy costumes, but they have like Reno 911 costumes.
yeah.
And so I almost bought that, but then I was like, I discovered like the uniform warehouse. So like we're just gonna buy a uniform. And I got the little Deputy Riley.
Oh my god, that's so good.
We'll see. We'll see how
Like
it turns out.
the Reno 911, it would just come with shorts.
So I know. I was like, well, I certainly won't wear these, but I wish David Arquette wore the shorts in the
Oh
movie.
my
That would have been
god.
a different movie, I think. But
Yeah.
Dude, I just literally like 2 hours ago, I learned that David Arquette made a 2007 slasher called The Tripper, where it is a bunch of hippies go to a music festival and are hunted down and slaughtered by Ronald Reagan, by a man in a Ronald Reagan outfit.
What?
When I was a kid,
Paul Rubens is in it.
What?
Yes.
Well, we have to watch
I have seen it. As you were describing that, I was like, this sounds oddly familiar. I feel like I should have been watching it.
I've already ordered the DVD. Of course, it's not on Blu-ray. It'll
have
be here
to-
in a few days.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
Screening?
Sure.
Video screening?
Yeah. It's 2007. David Arquette directed it, and
So he's not in it, right?
It sounds like he has a small role. Him
cameo.
and Courtney, who they were still together at the time, and she produced it, and she has a small role in it as
Oh
well.
my God.
I did not realize what I was watching back in 2008.
Because
whenever I
the
watched
rest of
it.
the cast includes Jamie King, who was in Silent Night, the remake,
Yeah.
and she's been in some other stuff.
Yeah.
And I forget who else was in it, but Luke Haas is in it.
Oh,
and
I know that
I know the
name.
name, and I forget what else he's in, but they're like some names in it, and I'm just so curious.
I love discovering, like, especially like the early to mid 2000s, like those movies were
They're not
coming
gonna
out
be
all the
good.
time.
No.
They're gonna be so bad.
And I went through a big phase of just like watching all of them and like being like, what the fuck? It was like so formulaic and whatever, but like you'll see these big people in these like really small, weird, terrible horror movies, and I'm like, I love this. This is great.
Yeah, it's because like so many people get their acting start in like
Oh,
random
yeah.
horror shit.
For sure.
I wonder if there's just so many from the 2000s because it was just starting to get like being able to make a movie is more and more accessible as time goes on. So like getting into the 2000s, it's like everyone.
It's
can
always
just
so
make a
funny to
fucking
see
movie.
like all of the Oscar winners who like started off in like horror movies. Like you have Patricia Arquette in like Dream Warriors, and then you have like Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey in Texas.
Chainsaw, yeah.
But like, and then they don't return for like the sequel or whatever because they already got too big by that point.
Drew Barrymore's still making TikToks about Scream.
I love it.
I love that.
I'm
yes.
here for it.
Oh man, cool. Thank you so much, Johnny, for coming.
Thank you for
on
having
and being
me.
on our hot mess episode.
Yeah, what, you got anything you want to promote?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Well, the thing is public.
Well, sure, yeah. So there's a few things. I just wish they were horror related because,
Whatever.
you know, I just shot Doggone for Netflix, starring opposite Rob Lowe.
Great.
It's a true story. I tried to convince them to turn it into a Cujo sequel, but they wouldn't let me do that. So it's family friendly still, but I'm very excited about that. And then Gaslit with Julia Roberts.
This guy's Julia Roberts' kid.
It's so
She adopted
crazy.
him.
She adopted me.
IRL.
So recurring in a couple episodes there, and I'm very excited for that. And then, there's some. I try to update on my socials, which is at Johnny Berchtold.
You still do TikTok?
We do the TikTok.
Yeah.
We do. I'm active on Twitter.
Did you do Vine when that was a thing?
Oh yes, I did, sir.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yes, I
So do you find that TikTok is a worthy successor to Vine?
Now at this point, yes.
We've recently dipped our toes into the TikTok.
Yeah.
And I've been super impressed by the in-app editing and the features
I
available.
will say,
It's cool,
I'm
yeah.
like, I was super obsessed with Vine, and so when TikTok came along, I was like, it will never be Vine,
Yeah.
but I'm on there.
It's
Yeah, I'm on
impressive, you know?
And we have fun on there. I like the stuff that I make on there. It's fun and silly, and it's all about movie tropes, which we all love movies.
Yeah, and you do like a lot of theme park
I do
stuff
love
too, which
theme
I love.
parks,
I wish we
yes.
could have just talked a whole
I
lot
need to
about
do
theme parks.
Oh my god, you just gave me an idea for a video. I should do like an actor at a haunted house at a local haunt, because I've been there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You know, like they like try to like tell the rules of the haunt, like no touching the monsters, they'll never touch you.
Like what you're doing, like between scares.
You gotta do the
Yeah.
goblin who's tending to the woman who passed out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like, are you
So
on?
draw from real life kind of experience. Yeah.
Do you
Do
have
you
any
need
medical allergies?
Yeah.
Do you need medical attention? And her like daughters
Got
are
an
screaming, and, like,
EpiPen.
Mom, wake up, please.
You can also see Johnny in Look-See Season 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alongside this
Yeah.
one here. Yes, the look-see.
We weren't in any scenes together, were we? Did
Did
I murder your dad?
No, you murdered my dad.
Okay. Sorry.
I remember meeting on set, but then we sort of went off and shot our own different things because I don't think we ever encountered each other in the show.
No.
But that was our first encounter in real life.
Yeah.
It's James and Johnny. So We were like out in the desert somewhere.
And I just remember hanging out with you at the Dr. Sleep premiere.
Yes.
Right?
Where I met Mike Flanagan and freaked out.
As you should.
And Katie Siegel.
Yeah. Yes.
I freaked out more for her. I was like, I love you. All your monologues. You're so good. Yeah. That's I love. Our relationship for so long had been like just seeing each other at all the horror events.
All the events.
And it's like you have your people there that you can like, as soon as okay, they're here. Great. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
Was Brizzy here? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Brizzy's
exactly.
here. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you guys for having me here.
Thank you for coming. This
Yeah.
is so nice.
What an honor of a
nice and
lifetime.
chill. I mean, you'll have to let Julia Roberts know that you were on the Deadbeat podcast.
I will.
Yeah.
She'll be jealous.
She'll be very impressed by that.
So I'll be like, sorry, Julia. Just cool people only, I guess. No.
We are also on social media at Deadbeat James on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
And I'm at Carebeck, CareBecc on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah. And she doesn't have her own TikTok, but she was dancing Freddy on the Deadbeat
I was Freddy Krueger.
TikTok.
I don't know if you saw my Freddy Krueger, but
We'll show it to you as soon as we hit cut.
You're very good at that. I will just say. Yeah.
What else we got?
Nothing.
It's not okay.
Happy Halloween.
We don't know what's next week, but people really want Halloween Kills.
Maybe we can do Halloween Kills.
It's on Peacock, so
All
we
right.
won't have to leave. So
That's true.
we'll give you Halloween Kills in November. How's it?
Very timely.
How's about that?
Very timely. Yeah.
Yeah. So until next time, I'm James.
I'm Chelsea, and this has been. And no, wait, that's Johnny. Fuck,
And I'm Johnny.
I picked it up again this week.
I know you were
Yes,
so good.
Johnny. So close.
Yes.
I'm James.
I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Johnny.
And this has been the Dead Meat Podcast.